Okay, so I'm going to start my top 10 at number 10, Sonic Advance. And back then, who would have thought that, you know, a Sega character, the top Sega character, would dare, you know, make an appearance on a Nintendo system. But yeah, Sonic Advance is one of those new games that I just kind of fell into. And to me, this is what, you know, the next generation of Sonic games should have been. It should have been the 2D side-scrolling games. You know, adventure, you know, look around, explore levels, just like the old Sonic the Hedgehog on the Sega Genesis. I mean, the game is really fast, the sprites are totally cool and amazing looking. Sonic Advance is just a treat to play. Number 10, Sonic Advance. At number 9 is the very first GBA game I ever played, and that is Super Dodgeball Advance. Now, for those that played the NES game, you know, the Kunio-kun games is based off of the Japanese Kunio-kun games. Super Dodgeball Advance is just what Super Dodgeball was on the NES, but like 10 times better. Like awesome sprite graphics and just killer music and sound. It's a terrific game. I played the hell out of it, and if I do remember correctly, there is a Canadian team, which is bonus points for me because I love my country. But yeah, usually I would play like Team USA or something like that, or the All-Stars. But yeah, Super Dodgeball Advance, terrific game. One of the earlier games on the GBA lineup, and probably a forgotten one as well. Coming in at number 8 is Final Fight 1. This is the perfect, you know, handheld version of Final Fight. You have all 3 characters, awesome beat 'em up action. You know, you can just cruise through this game. You can like unlock different, you know, credits and all that. But Final Fight 1 is just awesome on the go. I'm a huge beat 'em up fan, as you guys know. The sprites, the graphics, they're just so freaking awesome. This is probably the perfect, you know, handheld version of this game. So number 8, Final Fight 1. Number 7 is WarioWare Inc., a game I just delved into, and it's quickly rose to be one of my favorites. It'll be probably a top 5 favorite by the end of the year, but I can't stop playing this game. I love the WarioWare games, the Mega Micro games. For those that don't know, it's basically 5-second little miniature games, mini games, and you get like a plethora of different characters to kind of go through, and they challenge you to you know beat their micro games, and it's just awesome. I actually love how Wario is just like in the get-rich-quick scheme mode, and it's just a lot of fun. It's crazy awesome. A lot of little flashbacks to older NES games and all that, so it's really good. So WarioWare Inc. Number 6 is a terrific, probably one of the best racing games on the GBA, and that is FZero GP Legend. I know there's another F-Zero game on it, but you know what? Mode 7, the scaling graphics, it's just, oh man, I just love F-Zero so much. So when there's a new F-Zero game that's harkens back to the old sprite graphics from the original, I'm all over it. And F-Zero GP Legend, there's tons of things to unlock, different tracks, and a huge roster of racers to unlock. So I think Wild Goose is my favorite one, but yeah, if I remember correctly. But of course, Captain Falcon, Blue Falcon, and all that. And there's this strange octopus guy that I really like using. But yeah, the racing is terrific. The music is killer. I mean, Nintendo just knocks out of the park whenever they release an F-Zero game. So, you know, I really wish they'd come out with a new one. But, that'd be great. But anyways, F-Zero GP Legends. That is number 6. Breaking in at the number 5 spot. You know, I said F-Zero GP Legends is probably the best racing game. Well, this one surpasses it. It's Mario Kart Super Circuit. It's a treat for the eyes. The racing is fast and furious. It's standard Mario Kart fare, but with a ton of awesome tracks, throwback tracks. This is like the first, I believe it's the first game to actually include the throwback SNES, and I believe there's some N64 courses in the game, and I totally love it. It's a blast to play. If you play Mario Kart, you know how great this game is. Mario Kart Super Circuit, number 5. Number 4, Final Fantasy IV. Now, you guys know that I'm not a big RPG guy, but this is my favorite RPG basically of all time. And it's an SNES trade ported over to the GBA, and there's so many great RPG games on the GBA. But this one is just the best one. You know, you got Cecil, you got Rosa, you got Sid and all the gang, Palom, the crazy little twin magicians. I love those little guys. It's a great game. They added an extra dungeon. You can actually get a lot of the old characters that either went away and didn't rejoin your party later on, or died, and you can can do different trials, and you can band together at the end. Like, there's tons of replay at the end of the game. But I love it. Final Fantasy IV. It's awesome. Definitely pick it up. Number 3, Fire Pro Wrestling. Now you may be wondering, what the hell's a wrestling game doing on my top 10 list of all time? Well, GBA has a lot of wrestling games, but this one is the best one. This is a wrestling simulation. This is the king of all wrestling games. Basically, it's not a button masher. It's not like an LJN button mashing fest on the SNES or the N64 days or anything like that, even though those weren't button mashers. But this is simulating professional wrestling at its best. You know, you have tons of different modes. You can create over at, I think, 80 to 100 different creator wrestlers, and it's a very deep, rich roster and a very deep, rich mechanic of the game. And it's just, oh man, the game is stellar. Tons of moves, hundreds of moves. You can literally create anybody from any wrestling era. This is just a fantastic game. There's a sequel, but I really like the original, so Fire Pro Wrestling. Number 2, Metroid Zero Mission. This is the definitive version of the original Metroid, and it's a not going to say reimagining, but it's a remake of the original. You get the mini map, you get a lot of different things that were in Super Metroid, like angle your shots and all that. It's a treat for the eyes. It's one of the best looking GBA games, I swear. It's just so awesome, the detail and everything. The music, oh my god, the music is fantastic. You know, there's Metroid Fusion. I actually haven't played that one, but you know, I really do like the original. I will play Fusion one day, but I really do like the original. So Metroid Zero Mission, man, gotta love it. It's number 2. At number 1, and for those that know what I love beat 'em ups, Double Dragon Advance. This game was one of the first games I wanted to hunt down, but I could never find back, you know, when I was in my earlier teens. I finally got a copy a few years back, and to this day I still play it now and then. Whenever I feel like playing Double Dragon, I play Double Dragon Advance, because it mashes up not only the arcade game, but like the NES, number 1, number 2, number 3, as well, a little bit of number 3, and more importantly, Super Double Dragon on the SNES. They incorporate all those moves, all the weapons, and all the bad guys and levels, and they just smash it up. And Atlas and Million, oh my god, they did a fantastic job on this game. I really wish they made a sequel. You know, this is the best beat 'em up game. It's my favorite game on the GBA. Surprised? Probably. So anyways guys, that's my top 10 GBA games of all time. And you know, let me know in the comment section below, what are your top 10 favorite GBA games, because I know you guys love that little handheld like I do. So anyways, I'm Will, Max Impact 24 channel. Like, comment, and subscribe. Thanks for tuning in. For those about to retro and play GBA games, we salute you. Take care. Adios.